and they said something. We West Suburban, correct? Yeah, yeah. Ella, but yeah, she had a nice turnout. Okay, it's saying it's live now. Yeah. Uh, no, 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 that wasn't me. That was an old one. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't say that just now.
Hmm.
I don't know why it's taking a long time to go. What I was gonna say.
What's that?
Yeah, I got a red hat though. Wait a minute, I just turned
What?
it. That's a T-shirt. It's kind of green or something with some letters on it. That's strange. I must have said that before. Because it literally said the same thing I just said. I got a red hat. And I'm like, I didn't say that just prior to this. I know. But it looks like it's trying to. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh,
No, no. Because she's still on. Hold on. Uh-oh. Check it again for me. Mhm. Yeah. 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 It's like it's searching.
what is you searching?
No, my wife says she just told me she see me. That was fine.
You're
Okay.
on YouTube?
No, no, she see me.
Hmm.
So she says he said it's on. So you gotta get out. I think you're on the wrong version. He knows how to type it in and everything. It's just
Who was that?
Mr. Glover. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Some letters on it. Yeah. Some. Yep. Yep. So we were just touching base with yeah, we but it's gonna catch up then because I don't know if it went out and came back on, but it should catch up. Okay.
How many feeds do you have on?
Um, just the YouTube and the Zoom. I haven't done the Facebook in over 3 months now. And
Oh,
yeah, StreamYard. Yeah.
you losing people or?
Yeah, pretty much. Especially for Facebook and yeah, because I haven't been to the studio. Okay. Oh,
No.
right. That's, yeah, I haven't had an opportunity to how do you put it? I should just brought everything home and did it from home, full court. But I was thinking about when I go back to doing guests, like your guy, what's his name?
Which
Walter
one?
for
Bob?
Bob. Yeah, Bob. What's his last?
Did he contact you at all?
No, no. What's his last name? Bob.
You ready?
We're ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want him on the show?
I don't know. If we do, we have to do remote.
No.
No time. But let me get back. Let me see. Okay.
Might as well, because what is his position now?
What is his position?
No, I mean, what's he gonna say? What's happening? There's so many things happening right now.
I don't know. Trying to get back.
Are people happy with the lady who's in?
The lady.
No, it's a guy. A guy is in there right now.
For the same position, Bob. You talking about Attorney General?
Yes, he's running. He's running for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw he was in the parade over the weekend. Kwame Raoul. You know Kwame Raoul.
Yeah, but do everybody like Kwame Raoul?
Yeah. Nobody had any problems with him.
Oh.
I mean, actually, he's been doing quite a bit with getting a lot of these lawsuits, federal lawsuits, taken care of.
Mm-hmm. With who?
With the feds.
Oh, okay.
I know people that their money is just starting to become released because of the lawsuits they had to put in January.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so trust me, that Attorney General's office has really been pushing a lot of things through. I think that's one of the reasons why they released the money to work on the streets and what is it? The infrastructure for the sewers and things. If I'm not mistaken.
And what's up with the money for the people's homes that got flooded?
That came back again also. Yeah.
So people are like receiving that now?
I think they're trying to get more people to work it, work the whole thing. But
Uh-huh.
it's like $42 million now.
So I want to ask you this. Is the Attorney General on this stuff with the hospital or no?
No, I haven't heard anything.
And why not?
I don't know. I think it's a little bit different. I think it's more so people that are, more local to the area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but he's the Attorney General.
Yeah, but
state, you got the whole state.
yeah, but what would he be? What would he be? Who is he coming after?
The people that stole the money.
Well, that might be, but that's not going to get the place open.
Well, I mean, he's the Attorney General. He should file something saying that, just for people, for saving people's lives.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, sure. Mr. Glover wants to say something, y'all. Go ahead.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody. I would just like everyone to know that I'm out of the hospital and I'm doing better. Yes, and indeed. I just want the listening order. So I'll be back in action pretty soon.
We'll be looking for you. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know. A week or so ago, they had asked, and I thought you were out a week ago, and then I think we spoke the next day or something, if not that night.
But I would also let them know about the hospital situation, that this is not a good time to get ill.
Yeah.
Because the situations in the emergency rooms at all the surrounding hospitals, Loyola, Godley, and Oak Park, Rush.
It's overwhelmed, huh?
Yes. Sometimes if you're in a situation that's not really critical, you may sit in the waiting room, the emergency ER, for about 3 hours.
Oh wow!
If you lucky.
That can happen to you at Rush. It can happen to you at Loyola. It can happen to you at Godley. It can happen to you at Rush downtown. That's how the system is so overwhelmed, with West Suburban being closed.
See, Steve, this is a big issue.
It's a real big issue.
You know, we should fight for that, actually.
At Rush, you can have like 45 people in the area waiting to be waited on.
Any given time.
At any given time.
Steve, we should catch it now before somebody dies because of this issue.
Only way, if you come in an ambulance, you have a chance to get waited on right away. But if your issue is where you can walk in, you may just be waiting.
At the respective hospitals.
Right, all of them. Rush is so crowded that they have people in the ER. If it's not real critical, they'll be in the bed, but they'll be in the hallway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is a serious.
Not only that, you can be in ER and get waited on where you have low waiting rooms in the ER, and you may not be able to get upstairs for a day.
Wow.
That's true. Now, but I try to go to urgent care first.
Mm-hmm. It'll be temporarily. You'll be waited on and everything, but you won't get upstairs into the hospital sometime for a day.
Right. That happened to me.
Wow.
See, this is serious. You should go after this.
Now, about West Suburban. Next week, there.
You're breaking up, Glover.
Where the other two guys that are battling with it to get it out of control of both of them completely, and they're trying to get it back open.
Those are both Indian people, right?
Yes, that is correct. So they're trying to get the nurses and things were still on the payroll that they've been put up. But anyway, the employees do not want to go back under these two guys at all.
Yeah.
Right, that's correct.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So well, we must understand. It ain't just West Suburban. White's Memorial, it closed up maybe 3 months ago on the north side.
Is that the hospital the policeman was shot in?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, because White's was closed up already.
Oh.
But these guys were involved with that too.
So how many hospitals are these people controlling?
How many hospitals what?
Are these guys controlling?
Yeah, but it's a real issue, you all.
He said how many? I think they're only controlling 2 hospitals.
Right, yeah.
So how come they don't vet these people out from the get-go?
Yeah. I mean, it's because you all know, whether you have insurance or not, they must treat you. They must treat you. And so their lives are one of the problems. I mean, and whether you got insurance or not, I think a person should be waited on.
Right.
But that's where and like I said, it's a real problem. And another thing, nobody wants to go to Loretta. Nobody wants to go.
Right.
No, they don't. They got bad reputation.
Yeah.
Same as Central and Addison. That's a butcher shop.
No, but I also want you all to understand, once you get into Rush and Oak Park, That's my main hospital. You get great service.
Mm-hmm.
You get in the IC or whatever is out there, you won't have to be in IC. But you can't beat Rush Hill Park as far as treatment and doctors and everything.
Nice.
You know, because Rush Hill Park is only one hospital in the city of Chicago that's better than Rush Hill Park, and that's Northwestern. They run
Northwestern is the best.
Northwestern is the #1 hospital in Chicago.
It's true.
You know,
The Rush Hospital downtown is good too.
Oh yeah.
But Northwestern is #1, Rush, and Rush is #2.
We really have
UIC.
But anyway, like I said, I'm going to listen to the rest of the show here, and
okay.
And I just wanted you all to know that you know, I'm back on the mend.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's get into it.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks, Mr. Glover. Hope you're doing better.
Okay.
All right. Bye now.
Yeah, that is true.
No, well, someone said, I think it was you, Walter. You said who's handling that? Well, last I checked, it was a group of ministers, Westside ministers.
Okay.
I think LaShawn Ford is dealing with it in some form or fashion. And
no, but who's gonna take control of the hospital?
That we don't know. I think Mr. Glover knew. He said he heard something that they're working on it and they'll have something by next week, or you know.
Because that's a safety net hospital. But I mean, this is supposed to be like a wake-up call.
No, I think it's beyond a wake-up call.
Like a wake-up call, because look what's happening to our hospital system.
Yeah. The systems are, well, we kind of knew this was, you know, remember they were saying no federal funding, that was going to be an issue. Well, it's not even federal funding that we're dealing with.
No, it's corruption.
Yeah, that too.
But you gotta look at how many hospitals did they close in Chicagoland area also.
How many?
I mean, right now it's 2. I mean, they got the other hospital that closed down before in Melrose Park, I believe. Another hospital closed over there. Loretta's a safety net hospital. And they had like some investigation or something. So that's 3 hospitals. 3 hospitals. And then you got other hospitals, they always changing the name nonstop. Like Addison and Central is really bad.
Yeah. That's a safety.
That's a butcher shop. You know?
That's a safety net, but you know, I think I asked the question before. I'm like, everybody didn't go to West Suburban. So you have to ask the question, where were they going? I think Barry told me that many people will go to what is it called? Loyola? You know. So.
Yes, that's true, but a lot of people don't even know which hospital where they're gonna go to.
Well, I'm hoping that we get these open again, you know. Soon get West Suburban back. That'll help alleviate a lot of the problems.
Yeah.
Many of the problems. We still need better hospitals, you know.
Always you need good hospitals. Because why you see Northwestern has the best? You know, because they get they're a not-for-profit or profit. You know, they get the money flow better over there. There's probably a lot of reasons
why
why.
don't people just go to the county?
Yeah, if they can make it that far.
Yeah.
Because every minute counts. Every minute counts. You know? You gotta wait 3-4 hours to get care. That's too long.
Now that's the problem.
You know?
Wait. You know, that's the critical and crucial part. The long
Yeah,
wait.
that's the waiting part. That sucks. You know?
What'd you say?
The waiting part is not good. Let's say you need, let's say you're dying or you got breath or something, you need surgery. Like, what's that thing called if you can't breathe and you got to open up your neck?
Tracheotomy.
Yeah, let's say you need one of those.
You're gonna be needing it if that's surgery.
Yeah, but then you got to go to the emergency room. Let's say you go in the emergency room waiting, and then you can't breathe and stuff. They got to do a trigger.
I just got noticed that the Thornton reservoir will be full by mid-morning tomorrow. That's that's the south side reservoir.
Yeah, there were a lot of rain.
Yeah, but they must have really been getting hit south because it's threatening. It says TCR Thornton Reservoir is unavailable.
Oh, wow.
Been an increase of risk of overflowing banks and flooding in the following communities: Blue Island, Calumet City, Dixmoor, Dalton, Glenwood, Harvey, Lansing, Phoenix, Riversdale, South Holland, and Thornton. Wow. That's kind of, because that one hardly ever feels.
Yeah, but how come they don't have like a tipping point? If they're 10 feet lower, how come they don't do something with the water?
What do you mean? What are you gonna do with 8 billion gallons?
No, didn't they used to release that water if they cleaned it?
How can you release 8 billion gallons? Release it to where? Where would you release it?
No, beforehand.
No, but you don't understand. This water has just compiled or gotten to this level just over the last few weeks and months.
So why would they were sitting on a couple weeks ago? What were they doing?
It's not like that, Walter. Once those reservoirs fill, it's an evaporation process, and then they try to clean it back through like the like Stickney, the Stickney, because you got to realize it's all sewer water. You can't just throw that into anything. It's got to go through the sewer, through the water processing plant.
Mm-hmm.
Be Stickney, right? Is it Stickney? Sycamore. Well, no, Stickney. Yeah, right outside of Cicero. So, yeah, they can't just dump it into like a river or the lake. And if they did,
no, I'm not saying that. I mean, they got to clean it first,
right?
Then they could throw it in there.
But it's a holding. It says right here. Let me read it. The McCook system. Let me turn it this way so I can read it a little better.
They cannot reroute the sewer.
Services Central Chicago and 36 municipalities, and is at approximately 98% full. Oh God! And we'll be.
Okay, I got a question, Steve. If they knew they had rainwater for a couple weeks ago, they knew they were gonna get filled up weeks ago. How come they don't have a PM system, emergency PM, doing something like, okay, we need to flush this water out now. Let's run it, make it clean,
Can't,
put it in the Lake Michigan.
can't, you can't. It just can't keep up. It just can't keep up. You have to think about it. The reservoirs are only there when the regular system is not overfilled or not is running at capacity. It's just the overflow. That's all it is.
So my buddy was saying we should have had a water treatment plant in place a long time ago on the south end.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, the only water treatment plant I know of is the one in Stickney. I keep saying Sycamore. Stickney.
No, there's more than one plant. There's
one out south?
Just one on down south, but my buddy used to work for the water department and he's seen that coming a long time ago. We just need, we look at the problem coming head on. We don't look at long-term goals. Like, we need more cleaning plants. You know?
Well, okay.
We've seen this coming a long time ago. It should be.
Let's think about what you're saying. If we need more water processing, sewer processing centers. That's what it is.
Yes.
So if we had more of them, then what do you do with the water?
Put in Lake Michigan.
Yeah, but in order to do that, you would have to create more pipes to pump it back.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you're gonna probably, right now I think the pipe that pumps it back follows the river. You know, the river brings it to it, and I think there's a pipe that's right there that pumps it back. Matter of fact, when I think about, that's clean water. The clean water goes down by the Eisenhower. It goes out to the suburbs. All of the suburbs from that.
So they get lake water, or who gets the sewer water?
Well, some of the municipalities close to McCook, they dump overflow into that, and some of them, many of them go to Stickney. Stickney is the water processing plant that I know of. I don't know of any. You said there's one out south. I'm gonna have to Google it, but no one has ever told me that there was one out south. Again,
there's one at Navy Pier. There's one over there, water plant.
That's I think that's a pumping station. Yeah, that's the pumping station. Yeah, that's if I'm not mistaken, right next to Navy Pier, where they pump the clean water back to everything that we're using. See, that's the thing. You got one is considered what is it called?
And then they have a station. They sell waste as fertilizer.
Well, that's the stuff that comes out of Stickney.
Yeah, they sell the waste
after they dry everything out and clean it up, and then they pump it back.
Yeah, they sell the cow pies fertilizer.
But it's called water mains. Your water mains that's your clean, fresh water. Your sewers are your sewers, obviously, and those that's the problem now. It's more so sewer.
In stormwater.
Stormwater becomes sewer water, but they're trying to come up with ways where it doesn't have to be. And they tell everybody, get some rain barrels, do something with what do they call it? Dry gardens or something like that. I forgot what it's called.
There's some stuff that you could shoot. Yeah, the barrels work. Because I filled out a barrel, 50 gallons, and I have a garden, and that's useful. You just go with it. Oh, yeah. Water bills will go down like 50% or more. Easy with it.
If you're doing gardening, yeah. But yeah, June there was 3.5 inches of water rain. July 3.7. We had 3.2 inches on July 3rd and 4th, and almost a month of rain for 2 days.
Okay, can I ask you this question? Are the water management companies building any of those stations for wastewater?
They're building a second one for McCook 2, they call it, and it's gonna be another 8 billion or so gallons. I think the total between the three will be almost 30 billion gallons, but still seems like it's never enough. But this is just kind of, hard to hear that Thornton, which is all the way out south near Thornton, Illinois, it's almost 98% full. And then they just said that that McCook is close to being filled.
So why they let this happen? Don't they know the future is going to be?
No, they said McCook is 98% full, which is the one closest to us, and Thornton is about to be filled.
Oh.
Unusual. 92%. Thornton is 92%, and McCook is 98%. So anyway it goes, it sounds like close to being filled. And the way the sky looks, I hope it doesn't rain anymore.
It's going to rain Thursday.
Yeah, this is unusual. And there's a big storm going through Florida right now.
Yeah, that's from all that humidity.
Yeah. What the storm does, it just goes around, picks up all the ocean water and brings it back.
Yes, that's true.
But yeah, we got to start being aware of that. Man, that's crazy.
But how many gallons in each barrel holds?
The rain barrel?
Yeah.
Rain barrel is 55 gallons. What are you talking about? Or are you talking about the reservoirs?
No, the barrels from each house. If each house gets 2 barrels, that'll be 110 gallons. Yeah. So you can use that for your garden or your grass.
Well,
easy.
We'll do the math. How many homes do we have in the greater Chicagoland area?
Millions.
You think it's 1 million homes?
More than 1 million. I already did the math.
Okay.
That's up there. If everybody have a barrel.
Oh, okay. So that's just, so you said it's 1 million properties, and everybody had one. That's just still would be 10 million what is it? 55 million gallons? 55.
Let's say 2. Let's say 2 each house.
Okay, 2. That's 100 million gallons. 110 million gallons.
But there's more than 1 million houses.
Yeah. I mean, is it really?
Yeah, there's more than 1 million.
Chicago only have 3 million people in it. And all of those people don't live, believe me, some of those, majority of those people are children.
Hold on.
I think there are more young people than there are older people. And then, of course, the younger people don't have homes, and some may have apartments, but okay, let's just say 5 million people, the greater Chicagoland area, have bad.
Cook County got 2,100,230
home properties.
Homes. Okay. Households.
Okay, so 2 million. We'll go with that. And we're going to say 2 times 110 million, 110 gallons. So that's 20. Let's just call it 25 million gallons. 200, is it? No. Yeah, 25 million, right? No, 225 million gallons. That's what it would be.
Hold on.
or 205?
Let me see. 2.1.
What are you doing?
Let's-
You're doing 55 gallon drums, right? So that's
Yeah, 110.
10 times 2 million. What is that? 220 million.
Yeah.
220 million gallons. 220 million gallons is still, yeah, it'll help, but we're talking billions of gallons.
But that's only one rainfall. You got to look at that one rainfall. How many rainfalls we had?
Okay, so let's just say, yeah, let's do it times
4.
times 5.
Okay.
So what do you got?
You,
5 times 2? That's a
you got
gallons. That's a billion gallons.
Okay, then you're under.
So you saving? We could be saving close to a billion gallons because you have to get rid of that water in the barrels. Just because
Then you put it on your grass. You just use it for the grass. You don't even
right,
drink it. Use
right,
it for the grass only or your garden.
yeah. So we could capture a billion gallons. That makes sense. A billion would help, but when you're talking 98% out of 8 billion,
Well, you would have been at 7%. You would have been at 7 billion. That's a big difference.
yeah, that's
That's what?
about,
8 gallons, 8 billion minus 1 billion. How much is that? That's 20%? How many percentage is that?
well, you just said 8 billion is the capacity, and you're taking one away from it. So if it was 4, it would be 25. So that would be 12%, 12.5%.
So it would have been a big difference. And every time it rains, because you got to look at how much rainwater do they take in, or how much whatever. You got like it's all math. How many rainfalls? You said 5. Then it rain about more than 5 times.
Yeah, big rain,
From
about 5. Let's just say. Recently,
so so then you need water for your grass, and you just grow your grass.
yeah, but the thing is, think about what you're saying. You got 2 rain barrels. You got to go out there and empty that water so you can catch the rain again, because it's coming kind of fast. That means you have to be out there constantly, like, you know what? I'm going to use my rain barrels. As soon as they fill up, empty them. You got to be on it because the rain's coming like every 2 days. So you got to empty those barrels if you had two barrels. And if we had over 2 million, how many homes you say it was?
2.1.
2 million homes. If you had 2 million homes that use rain barrels, which I'm almost sure 2 million people. I could look on my block. I've only seen like 3, but it could be more than 3. Could be 6. 6 would be 25% on my block. So I don't know. It's something to think about. But right now the thought is nobody's ever thought about this all these years. And now it's so prevalent, it's so often, it's so frequent that it's like, man, how do we get out of this mess? Yeah, we build more reservoirs, build more, I think part of McCook too, and I was asking someone, I think it's the old it's like big quarries over there by where Route 66 used to, old Route 66. They used to cut, and it's deteriorating. So I think they're gonna fortify that for the second McCook, which is huge. It's huge. Those reservoirs are huge. But again, we're talking about rain. We're talking about hospitals. We're talking about crime. You were just saying the other day there was a bunch of shootings downtown, and
yeah, there's a lot of shootings lately.
But I'm saying over the holiday.
20 people got shot because the head honcho left.
Yeah, Snelling is retiring. I think we kind of knew that a couple months back that he was going to retire.
I mean, why is he retiring? He got his hands tied, or what's happening?
Probably time to retire. You know, why does anybody retire? It's time to retire.
Huh.
You know, a lot of people don't retire, and you say, why don't you retire? You should retire. Well, maybe he thinks he needs to make room for somebody else to make some decisions.
Yeah, that's true.
But I could tell you this much: they got to start making some decisions, because you know everybody goes to the statistics. Oh, crime is down. Crime is down. Well,
It's not down.
where? And I think they're talking about certain crime, because I still hear and see about, you know, a lot of crime is really not down. You know, violent crime, I don't know.
I mean, look at ShotSpotter. They used to record crime. Now no one's recording it.
No, they didn't keep any stats.
See?
ShotSpotters didn't keep any statistics. You know. Hello?
Yes.
Huh.
So, where's the trend? I mean, is it going down or going up?
No.
Yes, Steve?
Novalis.
Huh?
Oh, not Snelling. No, I just got news that it's going to be probably a little bit of time put in to find a new chief of police, because a lot of people don't want it. But they said they're going to go back to what was his name? The skinny guy.
MacArthur?
No, he was. Yeah, they retirement, and he came in. I met him a few times. I liked him. He was pretty good, personable.
So, FBI guy or what?
Oh, his name was come on, somebody help me. Yeah, real skinny guy. Yeah, bald head.
Where's he from?
Chicago, South Side.
Is he any good or?
Yeah. Well, he was. I thought he was. I met him a few times at some events, some community events. He made sure he talked to people. I remember one day he was out and some gang guys got in his face. It was like, man, I don't want to hear that crap. And I'll get over. And he was like, hey, man. Yeah, I was standing right there when the guy said it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff. I mean,
Beto might come back. He might try again.
But it takes about what, 4 months to get a person in there?
I don't know. DeAndre was telling me they're getting ready to start the search. So yeah.
Yeah, but nobody wants it really.
His name, Welling, no. It'll come to me. I'm gonna have to Google it for me, Walter. The guy that was the interim, yeah, before Snelling. He was like the interim.
He's the intern?
Interim, yeah. Before Snelling came in. His name was no. I can't think of his name. But I know he was trying to make his way around community. That's what I like. He was, he really wanted to reach out.
All right. Let me see if I see anything.
Yeah. Yeah, because he had retired. Yeah, that guy had retired. But you know what I liked about him also when he was with his
Not this guy that went to the church.
What's his name?
Not him, right?
What's his name?
Oh, The one that had the DUI? Fred Waller?
Waller, yeah. What's his first name? Fred, yeah.
Fred
Fred Waller. Wait, really quick. I remember what I did like about him when he was with his security detail. He'd be like way in front of those guys, and he was like, "Man, I don't need this. Why I gotta have a security detail?" He'd just be walking through the neighborhood, talking to people. He was over at Miss Jacobs' house. That's when I met him on her block, and one of the gang dudes was over there. And he went to shake the guy's hand. The guy was like, "Man, get out of here. I ain't with all that. Get away from me." He's like, "Hey, man, let me just talk to you." And he kept trying to reach out to the guy. He said, "Look, man, it's not a big issue. I just want to talk to you. You don't want to talk? It's just simple." Okay.
So like that one guy you had from the shot spotter, he's no good.
So you heard anything about the 25th district commander? Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, you're right, Mr. Glover. He may be leaving because I heard from the inside that he was sick. Yeah, that's true. He has been sick. So
who, the new guy now?
Altaverdes is his name. Commander Altaverdes.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard from the inside that he wasn't doing well. And then of course, they're looking for a deputy chief because they lost Betancourt. He had heart problems or something happened. I don't know what was his heart, but he died.
Like a lot of police officers are leaving now.
Yeah, well, 15th district they just lost their commander a month ago. He retired.
Yeah, seems like everybody's leaving.
What was his name? He was only there like 2 years. What was his name, Barry? I forgot his name also.
Seems like everybody's leaving, jumping ship.
They got a new 15th district has a new commander. It's a lady. I don't know her. South side. But yeah, there's been a lot of rotation in the police department. And the crazy thing is they're still 1,500 people short.
Yeah, I even said that to them, and they're looking at me like I'm shocked. Like, how can you even do your jobs? They're. I mean, there's 1,500 openings, but they're paying overtime through the nose. They're having so much overtime, they could hire so many people. You have
so why? Wait! You make it sound easy that they can hire these people.
Yeah, you got the whole city. You got millions of people. You can't hire nobody? That's shocking to me.
But how many people are applying? That's the question. They're not getting a lot of applicants.
They got their hands tied. That's why people cannot do their jobs no more.
No, I'm saying you're talking about do the job of hiring or do the job of policing. What are you talking about?
Both.
So, okay, so the hiring I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is people are not applying. They're just not applying.
People are not policing. The police are not policing.
Wait, what does that got to do with bringing up more men to help police? I'm confused.
Now the low morale brings lower.
Why do you think there's low morale? Okay, let's look at this perspective. If you were in the military and we were put on the front line and it was only me, you, and Barry, and we know we're supposed to have me, you, Barry, Tiny, Mr. Glover, Ella, and a whole bunch of other people, how you think my morale gonna feel when it's just the three of us when we're supposed to have 3 times that?
That's true.
So
but another reason why the police,
you're gonna fight. You sitting there like, man, when we're gonna get some relief? We're on the front lines here. What are we gonna? We gotta pace ourselves. That's the first thing you do. You don't want anybody falling asleep. You don't want anybody having to go to the bathroom when they don't want, and you're under fire. What do you just can't say, man, I feel good about this because the cavalry's not coming. I mean, they know the cavalry's not coming. It's been what, 8-9 years they've been talking about.
But you don't get no days off, so you might go nuts.
That's another reason. So I don't get what you. I mean, other than I see part of the problem, not the whole problem, is they don't have enough capacity. And I want to say it was about 8 years ago. I was at a CAPS meeting at Christ Luther, and they said that they were willing to hire people from other countries as long as they got their citizenship by the time they made it to the academy. They were taking applications. I remember that because somebody, Japanese guy, I said, wait a minute, we're taking people from Japan? They said, yeah, as long as he could get his citizenship by the time. I said, he's filled out the application? Yes, he's filled out the application. He's going to the academy. And I say, what? How can he go to the, well, he has to be able to prove that he's a citizen by that time. And I'm like, man, that's a bit much.
Why is that? Like, they can't even get people here anymore?
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Now, if they lower they say I think they lowered the criteria a little bit for the college credits. I think at one point you had to have 26. I think they lowered it a little. I may be wrong.
What is it now? 13?
No, I don't know. I don't know exactly what they lowered it to.
What, 2-year college or 4-year college?
Just the credits. They just want to make sure you have X amount of credits, even if you didn't finish the school. You know,
damn.
26 credits or something like that. You know. So, which there's no school that allows you 26 credits to graduate. That just doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
What credit got to do with the people's in the streets?
When what you mean, to be a policeman?
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't gonna hire you right off the streets to be a policeman.
No. I'm saying, do you have to have credits to be a policeman? Or did you have to have credits in the past to be a policeman?
Oh no. You didn't have to have. I don't think you had to have a high school diploma to be in the military. And then they changed that. You got to have a high school diploma to die.
That goes to show you all that college and all of that. It don't average up to me.
Well, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. We want to make sure your brain is half smart when the bullet goes through it. So
that's what it sounds like.
It's like, come on.
But when I started to work at the county, a lot of the old timers said how they got the job. They asked them, could they fight? And they said, yeah, they was from Cabrini Green and Henry Horn and all them projects. And that's how they got the job.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the protocol, and I think it's still kind of the protocol. I know people had told me they went to St. Pat's. They said, man, you went to St. Pat's, especially if you were a black student. They was like, yeah. They said, okay, you hired. Because they know in St. Pat's, you're going to fight up in there.
That's right.
Yeah. And that was kind of like what happened.
No.
You got to know how to contain yourself and fight.
That's right.
But now a lot of those jobs are like political, motivated.
I don't know about that.
Well, when I guess you say I'm going back in time, but when I left the county, all them little young white kids, the grandfather and the grandpa mothers and all, put them in there. They were just as scared. They didn't know what to do. They was coming in to make the money. They didn't know they didn't know what was going on.
Right. And
some of them would come there and work maybe 2 or 3 days and they would leave. That wasn't what they wanted.
Right.
Wow.
It's a culture in the jails that you gotta have. Well, I tell you this much: if you know a little bit about the street culture, you'll make it in the jails. Because it's the same thing. It's an internal street culture.
That's right. But you know what? You're safer in the jail than you is on the street.
Yeah. More. Yeah, that's true.
Because they follow the rules in jails more.
Not only that, they ain't getting away.
That's right.
They ain't going nowhere.
Look, did you heard about the guy 3 years ago? He was released. As soon as he got in front of the gate, they shot him 36 times. Machine.
Woo!
right outside the gate. Remember?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-4 years
A
ago.
a lot of people get shot by the gate. It's not the first,
Yeah, I know.
but it's not going to be the last either.
No, that's because they tell them on the inside they coming out.
Oh yeah, that word travel.
Yeah, all they do is make their call. Yeah,
That's right.
it's
That
coming out.
word travels.
And they know that the police don't really patrol the front. So
Yeah, then they know they don't care.
well,
You're gonna get popped.
I think it's more the setup deal. That's what it is. Street justice stuff or just revenge.
Yeah, that's true.
But
it's like a revolving door, too.
Yeah.
But
Look at the inmates. They spend $50,000 each inmate, and that's all Cook County money, right?
yeah. Well, I tell you what, we definitely got shifting a little bit to some other gears. We definitely got to look at politics as it going to come into play again in the next 20 days or 25 days. Positions for alderman, mayor, and a few other positions are going to be popping up.
Oh yeah.
I think people are kind of they have election fatigue.
Big time.
At the polls every 6 months. It literally seems that way.
See, yeah, 3 times, every 4 years, 3 times you got to vote.
Yeah.
We already got to vote in November. Now we got to vote, what, in March or something?
February.
February? See, that's too soon.
Early voting is February. Don't forget.
Early voting for what? Who?
For mayor, alderman.
See, that's too close.
All that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's too close. People gonna get fatigued from voting from November. A lot of people don't know about February.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they keep it lower.
And January is when the people go in, right? Be sworn in, right?
They're sworn in probably January.
Yeah, that's January.
That's for the previous year's election, which is this year. And then we're going to a new election for people that'll be sworn in immediately after for the local stuff.
Well, yeah, it seems like one thing after another.
Yeah. Then we got presidential and start up in what?
2 years?
27.
Already?
Campaigning.
Well, see, look how close. Everything is close.
Yeah. Time is moving right along.
26, 27, and 7, 28. Yeah, 28 is the last year. The president.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Starts, a little bit before.
Well, this election for November is very quiet.
It is. And that's basically because the big races, well, Juliana, who does she run against?
Junelle, Alexius, he's running for mayor, I think.
No, Juliana Stratton.
For Senate.
Yeah, who's she running against?
Don, I don't like the guy.
Don.
Yeah, his name is John. He was the old Illinois GOP chairman. You know what they backdoored me. So, hey, I'm gonna stay out of it then.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know who she's running against. Not Secretary of State. Yeah, he's got to run.
Yeah, he has to run against the lady. But it's weird. The party didn't want no ethnic groups in the primaries, but now they want our ethnic groups help now. So if we're not good for you in the primaries, why are we going to be good for you now?
Huh?
You know? Honestly.
Yeah, I tell you. Now think about this. Janulius wants to run for mayor, right?
Yes.
But he still has to run for Secretary of State, right?
Yes.
So he has to secure that job.
Yes.
And 30 days later, he can secure what?
Try to secure the mayor's spot.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out.
So the lady that beat me, she ain't calling me. I could do a lot of damage in Chicago, but they don't call me. I'm just barbecuing.
Marvin,
Honestly, I'm barbecuing.
ain't the law, if you're 80 years old, you take the driving test every 4 years?
I believe so.
No, it's every 5 years.
I thought I heard last week it's every 4 years.
I heard it was, yeah, I think, I mean, they're always changing it nonstop.
No, I heard it last week. It said every 4 years. If you're 80, if you're 80 or more, you gotta take the driver's test every 4 years. I heard it last week.
Every 4 years for what?
The driving test.
Oh.
To renew your driver's license.
Yeah.
Well, I was in there. I ain't gonna have nobody 80 years old to renew the driver license. Cause well, you've been taking that test how many years already? I mean, what? Why?
You need to be getting these young folks out here taking a test every year.
I don't think anybody's taking tests because
no one's taking them no more.
I see people driving all over the freaking place.
No, we're not taking tests no more. Yeah. If you got a clean record, you just renew your license.
I had to renew my license in December. I had to take a driver's test.
Not me.
Well, you talking about like the actual test, or like a driver's test with the person in the car with you?
The driving test.
Oh, well, no, I ain't have to do that.
No, I just had to renew my license. That's it. They wanted money, gave him money, and then give me my driving license.
Mr. Glover, he said 79 to 85, 83. You don't have to go down. You don't have to go down if you have no violations on your record. You don't have to go down. They'll send it to you and they'll renew it automatically.
Oh, really? But
this year.
So you don't have to take the driver's test, huh? No more. I'm saying you have a clean record. You don't have to take the driver's test.
79 to 83 years old. If you turn, when do you have to turn the age? If you turn 79 years of age by July 1st to 83, you don't have to go down. They'll renew it automatically.
Well, what if you pass at 83? Now what?
Well, you still don't. Well, yeah. What if you pass 83? What's the deal?
You know, there's three.
You gotta go every year.
There's
3. Oh.
So if you're 83 and over, you go every 3 years.
Every year.
Ooh, see there? See?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, I know. They really trying to get people off the road, but.
Well, what about these young folks? Them the ones should be up there. They should be testing them.
Right. You don't have to do anything if you have a good record, you know.
You know, now they got three different genders on the driver's license.
They have three what?
Three different genders you could pick.
What are the three?
Male, female, or like X.
Oh.
Ah.
Which one do you pick?
What do you think I'm fixing? It's nuts, man.
That's a good one.
Isn't he funny? Steve is funny now. Funny guy.
You watching that kind of stuff. You heard what Walter said? He says they got three genders you can pick on your driver's license now. I asked him, I was trying to figure out, I said, which one you picking? They give you the choice.
Well, Walter want to make sure he get the right one now.
Come on.
I get a little strawberry and chocolate.
Come on.
Woo!
That's nuts. No.
I mean, what can you make a mistake? I don't think you can make a mistake.
No, but now they changed the rules.
But I'm saying that wouldn't even matter. Why would it matter? Because if you know what you had. I mean, you mean you could change it later? I guess I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. People could change it, whatever. I don't know. Nowadays.
I guess.
Oh, so you can just go, okay, say whatever you think you might have turned to be. You can just go and say, well, I'm this now.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
That easy. But, man, let's talk football real quick. Now we got football because we need to know what we doing, man. What we doing in Chicago?
Oh yeah, August it starts spring training.
Where?
I don't know.
They spend all the money in Arlington. You might as well train there. But they're gonna go back. They're not up in. They're not at. Bourbonnais. Are they still in Bourbonnais? No. They're up. They're still up in.
They're
Lake.
not.
I don't know. All these all over the place. Indiana, Bourbonnais. I just heard the guy out in McCook. He wants to give up some land and let them do it over there. I'm like, dude, you need to worry about the reservoirs. Let's start with
I know the guy in McCook.
Mary.
You know, yeah, Terry. I know the mayor in McCook.
He wears glasses, got a little goatee.
No, yeah. Bald guy. He's a nice guy. But I mean, he should build a reservoir there. He got a lot of land. He could build a big reservoir in McCook.
They're already doing that. I'm like, but he's saying he wants to donate. He got so much land, he wants to not donate it, but he wants to pay for a stadium out there. I don't know where he got the money from. And he said he's only going to charge the Bears $1 a year for rental, and they're going to collect the money on it.
Yeah, see that?
He delivered a letter to the McCaskies and to Warren yesterday or the other day.
That's a sweet deal.
Yeah, but where did he get the money?
I mean, they probably own the land. McCook owns the land.
And if you own the land, you still got to put. How much you think the stadium's going to cost?
Probably close to $1 billion.
Absolutely. I heard that the Bears are still paying $500 million on what they owe.
And this wow, taxpayers are.
Yeah. That's right.
Wow. Why we gotta give a billionaire our money?
Because they have a Illinois game. What is it called? Not gaming, but sports authority.
Sports license?
No, I'm talking about the state. has a board, Illinois Sports Board or something like that. And
oh yeah, I heard about those
they
guys.
get all involved in all this stuff, man. And
so what we gotta pay for something that we're not making a dime from the state or nobody, and we're giving our hard-earned money, tax money, to billionaires.
well,
get the enjoyment of having watching the game, having a football team.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the football team was losing. Now he's saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna try next year." I'm like, "What is this?"
yeah,
And then you got the Blackhawks and the Bulls are spending their own money to build all around there on Madison Street and up and down, and they're putting their own money into it. So what's am I missing something here?
look, all I know is they got to come up with something quick because right now it's about to hit critical mass. You know, I think that.
Send them to Russia.
What happened to the Indiana deal?
I don't know. It's quiet.
Yeah.
It's still on the table, but I don't think the Bears really want to move to Indiana. I think they was trying to use them as leverage, but you know, Illinois didn't budge. So
I think it's a scare tactic because
yeah.
Voting season is around the corner. It's about leverage, like this guy says. Leverage. You know, they want to cut a deal. They want to go to Arlington, but they got to work out a deal before November hits. See, all of a sudden,
do you think it's possible to put this? I mean, anybody out here, do we think it's possible to put one on the lakefront or in Chicago, anywhere in Chicago?
What's that? Soldiers Bears Stadium?
Right.
On the lakefront, no.
Then lakefront is already crowded?
Is what, the lakefront? I don't think that's the problem. I think it's the Friends of the Park.
Yeah.
I think that's the situation.
Well, it's both. It's Friends of the Park and the space. I don't know where they will put it at.
Well, look at Chicago Fire. They're getting TIF money.
Yeah, but do they need as much?
No, but how come we can't use that same Soldiers Field, have both teams in? Because you could have Bears play in the winter, soccer summer, then you could have your concerts in between, just like they do at Wrigley Field. They play ball games, and they also have rock concerts.
Well, that's the thing. I think they really know that there's a need for soccer field.
I mean, they should do a multi-use. If they use multi-use Soldiers Field all year round, look how many games they play at Soldiers Field. You gotta look at that. What, 8, 9 games, give or take? If they only play 8, 9 games, they need to utilize that space for the summertime. If they would have brought the World Cup here, because that was Rahm Emanuel, they didn't want the World Cup here. See, it's about utilizing the space. You always got to use it the whole year. If you're utilizing the space, it pays for itself.
Well, I don't know.
No, honestly. Because the Chicago Fire used to play at Soldiers Field.
Well, I honestly believe that they got to look at this whole thing with a 20-year plan. 20-year plan or more. And they have to say to themselves, you know what? We're going to make this amount of money, like you just said, if we have a indoor stadium, a dome or what have you. And if we can go with that, then guess what? The money will be made. It'll be gradually incremented, over 20, 30 years. Everybody wins. The city gets more revenue from all the other things, transportation and hotels, restaurants, and all of that. And then the Bears, they can practice out in Arlington Heights and build their casino and call it the practice casino, whatever. I don't know. You know,
that is the way that it's heading.
I mean, it would be an ideal idea, you know, if you ask me, but
what are you going to do with Soldiers Field? Keep it empty? Or are you going to utilize it
they can make it a hotel parking lot, shopping area, you know?
But they're not going to put, because you could utilize that and put college games there.
Well, I don't know if you want to.
Or high school games
I don't know
there.
if you have two football, big, huge. You got to use it for parking. You got to use it for whatever the other space that you're going to take up. Believe me, it's probably going to end up on the lakefront. I can't see anywhere else in the city of Chicago that has open lands that big. I mean,
you talking about the stadium, the Bears stadium?
Yeah, if they were to do something in Chicago,
I think it's a wrap for Chicago, man. It's either going to be Arlington Heights or Indiana.
Won't the people vote on it?
Yeah.
Like the Chicagoans, like people should vote if they want Bears at Soldiers Field or not.
Well, that's like the Bears. They want a stadium that's bigger with like a hold more people as well as like a roof or a dome. So they not gonna be able to do anything with Soldier Field as far as the Bears. Like they could probably the city could still have concerts and do different stuff like that, but I don't think the Bears gonna be there after 2030. I think that's when their lease is up. Like it's either 2030 or 20. It's something around there. But after that, I think it's a wrap.
So it's a wrap for sure, huh?
I mean, I think so, but you never know, man.
Can I ask this question? How come back then they didn't have? They spent all that money for all that metal around on the top. How come they didn't put a dome then?
Because they said Daly got paid off. He got a cut.
And what, he got too rich?
They say he got a cut. He got he got a good cut to say, hey, we're better off. We're saving a lot of money by not doing a dome, and it will be renovated, and we can keep them here. They probably was threatening to leave then too. Who knows? I didn't hear about it, but back in '90 when that all went down, but they said they sold them on the spaceship, and look what we got, the spaceship.
It might have been too expensive, or maybe they just lacked the foresight to say we need a dome.
No, Minnesota had a dome by then. They get more snow than we do.
But it caved in.
Pardon?
But it caved in.
Yeah, but it still holds. It's still 95% of the time, right? It's good. Did they figure it out? I heard they had problems in Indianapolis. They have a dome. Indianapolis, but I get it. They don't get as much snow as we do, but something fell out the sky. From there, I don't know. Maybe they didn't think. Maybe they thought it would be too much liability. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if they necessarily saw like the other opportunities or potential. So like they have like Final Four games, like the tournament. March Madness tournament games in like football stadiums now, hosting stuff like the World Cup, and like just other winter sports, because anybody trying to be like, I don't know if y'all have been to a football game.
Hey, it's cold in there.
Yeah, it's kind of a miserable experience if you're not drunk, so I don't know, man.
Have you ever been to a Bears game? Man, them guys get snockered. Believe it. They
you got to, man, because it's like if you're not like that, man, you're gonna be freezing.
Yeah, look at those guys that take their shirt off downtown. They're nuts, half crazy too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that was the potential.
No, I mean, they should, whoever runs the Soldiers Field, the Chicago Park District, they should put their planning better. They should plan on World Cup games, soccer, or multi-use.
Other people thought that.
You know that, Steve?
They weren't. No, Mr. Glover said that he don't think that they were thinking about playing, football, a Super Bowl game indoor. They were still thinking outdoor Super Bowls. By 90, that was a wrap, man. Everybody, Super Bowls are going to be on the inside. You can get more people to come.
Yes.
All of these things. I think the powers that be said these people stupid enough that we can sell them on that. Oh, we could still play a Super Bowl in the winter. No, you couldn't.
No.
Yeah. And that's why the Super Bowl is only like in 4 places. So like Miami, Las Vegas,
New Orleans,
LA, and New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, because they know hell or high water, literally, that those places are gonna have decent enough climate, or they got it. Miami's got indoor dome too.
I think so.
Yeah, everybody does because they can control the climate.
Look at the Cowboys. They got the big dome.
Yeah, that's the deal. But I mean, that's the whole point. If they would have built the dome then, they could have recouped all of this extra money year round. They could have, and I go back to the Beyonce concert just recently. People were crying about it was too cold, the weather changed, it was too cold out there. Oh, it rained, it got, this was 2 different days. And I'm like, why are they still fighting with this, And I think, but I do know, I think I discussed this. The reason why they said they didn't push the indoor dome situation, because they said, oh, they can go to the United Center. United Center will hold 40,000. No, United only holds like 20-something thousand, I think.
Yeah, it's smaller.
And they thought that would be enough for a concert. Oh, concert goers, that's enough. But that's not enough. Obviously, Beyonce filling up Soldier Field. So what the heck? And that's only 40. That's not even 40, is it? What's Soldier Field?
I think it's like 60 something.
60 something. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Beyonce, Taylor Swift.
So what's the dome capacities now? They looking at
they like 100 plus.
Lord, 100.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I went to the Stones concert. All of a sudden, with the temperature dropped downtown.
It was at Soldier Field.
Yes. Because you got the lake wind. You got the lake wind come in. It got really cold in there.
Mr. Glover said he doesn't think that they're gonna go to Indiana. He said he think they're still negotiating.
Yeah, for the Bucks. They want the Bucks.
Yeah, but sometimes you could wait for the Bucks and you could be shit out of lucks because everybody gonna turn their back once they start doing the math. They go, wait a minute.
They're gonna wait it out to November. That's a big issue. Election season.
There you go. Mr. Glover, the old man there, he said back in the day they can go somewhere else. They won't be called the Chicago Bears.
Yeah. Look, we had 2 football teams. The Chicago Cardinals.
Yeah. No, I think they're going to figure something out. They're waiting too long. They're waiting too long to just jump the broom,
Yeah, this is election season this way.
On the land, but people saying they own the land in Harlington Heights, but they can also make money off of it. It's land, Or they could sell part of it and keep it for their training ground and casino and the Bears Den or whatever they want to call it,
I mean, if they put a Big Ten conference games there, Arlington, they could make a fortune.
Yeah, they could supplement what they're trying to do. I think Bears are in a good position any way it goes. City of Chicago is probably still in a good position. Yeah. Pritzker still wants to talk. Oh, okay.
I think it's about poker. They're playing poker and chess right now.
Yeah. And they still got 8 years left, right? Raheem?
Up to some kind of November, maybe. See what happens, because this is a big issue. You got a lot of Bear fans.
You was how long they have left until their lease is up?
Their lease is up, yeah. When is the lease?
I think it's like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, it's only 4 or 5 now? Okay.
I'm gonna look it up. Let me see.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be interesting. Oh, they want to buy them out so they can start.
Oh, it expires in 2033.
33. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still
So
talking
how much to build a new stadium?
7 years. Yeah. The
7
building,
years. Yeah, to build a new stadium. They might just build one in Arlington, just get different games over there. Because you're by the airport. And then you could put concerts in there also. So
the Friends of the Park, they're only predicated around the park, right? The lakefront, the Burnham plan, and all that whole stuff.
they
So
believe
you can't build out into the lake.
I don't believe so.
How much would that cost, though?
Build into the lake to fill it up. That was Michael Reese is too small. Michael Reese site. That's a little. They would have to tear down everything up to King Drive to build a stadium. They would have to tear down Prairie Shore and all of those buildings, which ain't a bad idea either. But and then the old Michael Reese and what a McDonald's is and all of that. They could do it then, and then they could take it up to the shoreline and not bother much of the you have to have the expressway go underneath or something. But I don't think that'll be a problem. Lakeshore Drive, that is.
I don't know, Steve. Because then you have to have like construction equipment, and it's just I think it's too congested over there, and the area is it's too small for what they're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. A good site. Okay, hold on one second. Mr. Glover was saying that the Obama Center is really attracting a lot of people. They think it's a good attraction for the city. It's going to bring a lot of good things. Now you were saying, yeah, people feel better. Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, making it for the whole family. Yeah. What were you saying? Hold on one second. What were you saying, Raheem, about that? You don't think that would work?
Oh no, I was you had said the Michael Reese hospital.
Right.
I was saying that I think it's too small. That area is too small for what they're trying to do.
If they took it up to all the way to King Drive.
Yeah, it's too congested, and like they need more land, especially like you need like construction equipment and all that type of stuff you have to bring in there. I don't think it's enough space.
I'm confused when you said they have to bring in construction equipment.
Yeah, so like the cranes and everything that you need to to build a stadium.
Yeah, but they kind of I know what you're saying. You have to have an allocated spot for certain equipment.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, you don't think if they take down all of those buildings, those 5, 6, 7, 6 buildings on Prairie, where Prairie Shore is at, that would help?
No, I don't think so. I don't think for what they so like the Arlington Heights
right
spot is how many acres?
I'm not sure. Not sure.
Let me see.
But I'm saying you'll have the old Soldier Field as a parking lot hotel, restaurants and what have you's venue. You have the parking lot by Soldier Field. Take down the old McCormick Place. You know, it's really not used like that anymore anyway. It's over 60 years old. Utilize all of that space, take it across the street, you know, across the Lakeshore Drive, coming back west, across Lakeshore Drive, and start building the stadium. And then, like you said, here comes the South Side. Here comes the neighborhood. Now they're starting to meet up with the Obama Center and the other museum campus.
So it's 326 acres. I don't know if that space over there equivalent to that.
Let's see. Hold on. He said it's 26 acres that they have in Arlington Heights.
No, 326 acres.
Oh, 300.
So how many acres is it
That's
now?
what I'm saying.
Wait a minute. Good Lord, a racetrack is that big? That's how big the racetrack was? Oh man.
So how big is it?
No, racetrack
Soldier Field now?
Think about this. That racetrack couldn't. It was probably just a little bit bigger than Maywood Park, and Maywood Park was a racetrack too. Think about it.
But it's the racetrack and the land surrounding it.
Oh, they bought other land. Oh, yeah, that's probably. Yeah, but let's not talk about what they got. Let's talk about what they need. I mean, they need a space for parking. They need a space for the field, a bigger field. They need a space for some amenities, you know, hotels and some, well, you know, that'll figure it. The rest of that'll get figured in, and restaurants or what have you. But the infrastructure, as far as transportation, you already got the expressway coming in right between the McDonald's and McCormick Place to go to Lakeshore Drive. So you don't think that would be adequate enough?
I don't think so.
Special ramps or something to go to Soldier Field, and I don't think it would back up any traffic because people that's going there, they're going to deviate off the. Matter of fact, I think about it. That you can come from the south side, you can come from the west side, and you can come from I-55. You know, to get to the Soldier Field from there. Now, how they build these off ramps, that's a whole nother thing. And I think the infrastructure there, is it really bad as it is? Let me ask that question. Is the traffic bad as it is?
Coming from Soldier Field?
Coming and going?
Yeah.
Oh, he said it is.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that means you need a couple more lanes or something here and there.
I mean, are we going to see the revenue? No.
But it'll be a good tax help. Take it off the work. I mean, off the people that's living here. You know.
Yeah, but a lot of companies are leaving Chicago. How come we don't worry about that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Has there ever been a survey to the taxpayers to see how they really feel about it?
There never is. Look, they're closing down these industrial parks all over Chicago. They're building condos, but what happened to all those companies left Chicago? How come they don't give them a tax break or give them some help? How come it's only, you know, the big thing, the spotlight is on the Bears right now? They're not.
I think, give me an example of what companies you're talking about. Because if you talk about Finkel and all of those tanneries that were around Goose Island, they need to go anyway because that was polluting the area.
No, Morton's, the salt company downtown.
You keep talking about
There was Dad's
since the turn of the
here.
since 1920. Man, what are you talking about?
No, Illinois too works in our neck of the woods. Even
ITW.
Mars Candy is leaving.
Now Mars is probably one of the bigger ones. ITW, Illinois 2 Works that's neither here nor there. They small little joint, but
no, they're big.
I don't think Mars left because of taxes. I think Mars left because they didn't have room to grow.
No, but look at those companies now and behind it. Now they had the room to grow. What's going on now?
But they could have asked. They could have looked at that.
See, somebody dropped the ball there.
Well, I mean, the alderman dropped the ball if he didn't try to negotiate and figure out, hey, you could use this space if that's what they really were. But I don't think Mars was crying for dollars. You know, I mean, I'm sure they wanted them, but I don't think they were crying for tax relief because 100 years is 100 years, man.
Look what's happening.
Mars
now the new developments want tip money and tax breaks.
What happened? Who?
The new company that wants to move in there, they want tip money and then they want tax breaks.
That's to develop, But all in all, think about it. Mars outlived Brock's Candy. Mars outlived Tootsie Roll that was down on Division and Cicero. Brock's was off the Cicero and Lake. Mars outlived the Taffy Apple place that was started in Chicago. Mars outlived so many companies. Motorola. I mean, 100 years? Come on.
Yeah, but look at all the companies that left Chicago. Where were the manufacturing base of the United States? We had the the most candy companies here.
No, you can't look at it like that anymore. Now, since the New World Order and the New World Order, you can't look at it that way. Because if you were to tell me, and I worked at Motorola in the 80s, in the late 80s, that Motorola would not be in America, man, I would say no, that would not be, because Motorola was the premier electronics company at the time. They moved to Schaumburg. They had that big, huge. That's another thing. I wouldn't have believed that Schaumburg campus would have disappeared. Became a ghost town. Acres, man, acres upon acres. And trust me, I wouldn't have said that. And they started out in the 20s, late 20s or early 30s in Chicago, around Harrison and Racine, somewhere around there, in a garage. So, Motorola's in China. That's where they make everything now. It's like, what are we saying? It's all function of the way everything's going. And I had a professor, in my master's programs 20 years ago. How many years has it been? Almost 20 years, yeah. That he said that the future would be manufacturing will be done in Asia, Asian countries, meaning India, Asia, Pacific Rim, Philippines, and all that, Indonesia, Vietnam, what have you. And the warehousing will be kept on African continent, massive warehouses where you could drive a plane right up in there and just load the planes in a hangar. Huge hangars that takes 10 planes or something. That would be in the Middle East and in Africa, and then all the engineering will be done in the Western countries, meaning Europe and the US. And everything will be distributed throughout the world from Africa and could go to Europe and go to wherever it needs to go, by plane or by ship if it needed to. But typically they would make it, warehouse it in Africa, and then distribute it out.
But I got something to say about that. Doesn't it cost a lot more money on ships and planes?
No, it won't. Because
it will in the long run.
About it, if you're planning in advance to produce something, you produce so much of it, you ship it there and stock it there. When people, these are for orders that are needed like next day, next week, or whatever. And when you put things on the ships, those boats are on the water for over a week.
Almost close to a month.
Yeah, exactly. In some cases. So we can't produce something overnight, which they call just in time, and then you can't get it there just in time. So
yeah, and they I was gonna say they saving on the production. Well, not the production cost, but having to pay people to produce or manufacture the product too. So like if you made it here, you have to pay some. Let's say there's $20. You have to pay this person $20 an hour to work on this assembly. But over there, you pay the person 20 cents. I don't know, something crazy. Pay them $1.
Right.
You know.
It's economy of scale, and it's
Yeah.
all of that's being. But when they say new world order, they literally mean we got to get the world in order. Because they ain't really think about that. Why we got to get the world to work like a well-oiled machine? Because they ain't thinking about the world no more. They're thinking about other planets. that's what that's really about. Elon Musk, he just brought up that he wanted to do. Barry was talking about 1 million. He's trying to build 1 million robots and 10 million at another plant, and they're going to be run by a global data center that floats around. You know, these global data centers that float around the U.S. and above the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's like Terminator. They're going to use robots in the military.
Well, I don't know if we want to make them straight for military to go.
They are starting right now.
They will use them for production.
Military. You bring a robot out there, you get 1 million robots fighting with armor and everything. They're gonna be doing a lot of damage. Look what's happening with the drones.
And then you take one electromagnetic wave over all of them. They're all dead. Bloop. They'll never see it coming. Bloop.
Oh, they're not gonna be stationed in one area.
Yeah, but an electromagnetic wave is less destructive.
They got stuff to do to deflect that.
Maybe they're gonna hope they need it, but again, I think they were using more for production than destruction. But
come on, they use it for both production and destruction.
Well, I would hope not. That's all I'm
saying. Look, we're building military stuff without AI, drones, and everything else, and they're destructing.
Yeah.
But what you're saying about manufacturing, we need manufacturing. We need jobs here. If we have no jobs, we're the biggest consumers right now. We used to be more manufacturing. We don't, if we don't manufacture, we have no jobs here. Who's gonna buy their stuff?
They're really trying to demoralize humans back to just being stupid. Just, you know what? We just need you to do some things that take emotions. You know, we don't need anything to have emotional attachments other than some humans, and we'll let you handle that part. The rest will be done by robotics.
Look at cars. There are a lot of foreign manufacturers in U.S. building cars because we're the biggest consumer of cars here.
And who's building the cars?
It's us.
Robotics.
No, certain stuff is American. You cannot.
America started with the robotics. Japan and America and Germany started with the robotics.
But some things you cannot mimic with a robot. You can't.
Yes, you can.
Not 100%, you can't.
Give me one example. I told you, if it has to do with emotions, then yeah, the robot can't really feel, you know. You could train it to, but it can't feel. It can't, you know.
Building a whole engine, robots can't do that.
You want to bet?
Yeah. They can't build a whole engine. Certain things they cannot do.
They can. It would be a multiple stage robotic line. Yes, they can. Trust me. I've done that. Been there, done that 20 years ago. They used to say, well, you won't be able to work these machines overnight unattended. Yeah. Set them up. And robotically, they did everything we needed them to do. It even warned us when they had a problem. And I was working basic lasers and basic,
So there's no bathroom break either.
Yeah, that too.
But you gotta check them.
Nobody got sick. Nobody standing in the bathroom hanging around. Nobody playing around. None of that.
But sometimes you gotta check if it's good or not.
But it would give you that's the only thing. But you can set in what they call
wear and tear.
They have devices that can check for quality. They got beams and lasers that can pick up quality. Okay, that's good. Keep going. If not, make an adjustment. And then if the machine can't make its own adjustment, then guess what?
Screws, you got to check for calibration.
Yeah.
You can't have a robot to check calibration.
Yes, you can. Trust me, man. I work with industrial lasers for over 20 years. And
what about that stuff goes down? Robots do go down offline.
Yeah, they do. But it takes a long time, takes a very long time from them, and the robot.
But they run on hours. After each, like what is there calibrated to 1,000 hours, 1,500 hours?
Everything
you gotta change everything.
Everything needs preventive maintenance, but they can go pretty long. Trust me, a long time. Trust me.
Then you need humans to set everything up too.
Well, once you set it, you forget it. That's it. Set it and forget it. Trust me.
Even CNCs, you gotta set up everything up.
Yeah, but once you set it, you can forget it. Trust me.
Forget it.
Been there, done it for a lot of things, and it works. It works. All right, guys, we got to get up. I ain't hear from Barry.
Where's Barry?
Right there.
He's quiet.
Hello,
Barry.
Hello, Walter. Hello, Steve.
Hey, Barry. Barry, did Steve show you a picture today?
What?
Did Steve showed you a picture of my cucumbers?
No, but he told me about your cucumbers.
I'm making dill pickles with them.
Yeah, you need to become a pickle and gardening leader.
I am.
Pickle entrepreneur.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna sell Wally's pickles.
And you don't have to run for that office.
No, you don't.
All you have to do is declare it and do it.
Right.
Got to get the brine ready. It's brining right now.
Yeah. Brining time.
No, man. The only thing I can say is, how we used to always say, well, the next 6 months, the next year. No, it ain't like that no more. It's not the next 6 months, the next year. It's
happening now in the whole,
it's
the whole system. I mean, everything. The water, the health, the schooling, it's just, man, the system messed up. And the fundamentals are that, the money system's not working anymore because Elon's got almost all of it. And there's a little bit for Walter.
Yeah.
Huh?
But not much.
Can I ask you something? Who controls the money system, Bear?
Elon and his pal Jeff and
Oh.
his pal, Elon and his pal Jeff Bezos and their friend Bill Gates, and a few more.
But who controls the Federal Reserve?
Who what?
Who controls the Federal Reserve?
Well, essentially, they control everything.
Okay. Is it private?
No, it's like the end of the game of Monopoly. They own everything. They own the utility companies. They own everybody and everything.
Yeah, the utilities. We need the utilities.
We do, but they control it. So that's their whim, and they don't really think too much about you, Walter. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Yeah.
No, they care about Barry more.
Right. They care about Barry like they care about a cockroach.
Yeah, it's all about.
If they saw me, they'd step on me.
You know what's funny? Somebody said it's like the Terminator, but it's really more like the Matrix. But someone told me that the Terminator is the beginning of the Matrix, or the end of the Matrix, or however you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it turns out. I'm like, yeah.
That's about the robots.
So
did you hear about the lady who said that she wrote she said she wrote Matrix and Terminator.
She did.
Terminator is the Matrix is the second part of Terminator. So like after Terminator, the machines won and everything. So then that set up the Matrix.
She won, you know that. She won the lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I know she was a black lady. She was
absolutely.
Yeah.
She's from Chicago?
I
don't know if she's from Chicago.
I don't know where she's from, but I know the brothers, the Wachowski brothers.
Yeah, now they're women now.
Yeah, and what she did, Steve, right, is to write the script for the movies.
They movie, but they kind of stole the idea from the from the black lady that wrote the book.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So that's the situation we're in now. It's the end of the game of Monopoly, and we have a new script. And now we've got to develop the game and start playing this new game.
Very serious.
So it's after Terminator. Terminator came first, then The Matrix, and then Peaceburg and Good Money.
And repeat.
No, go back to Peaceburg again.
Hey, I like the way Barry said it. He said it. They're playing. What'd you say?
Monopoly?
No. Chess, right? Did you say chess?
Go ahead with your idea.
Oh, I was gonna say
Monopoly.
Barry said you're playing chess, and then they switched the game to Monopoly, but really they switching the game to strip poker on the nudist colony. And they're looking stupid because
I think we're just repeating everything. We're repeating history.
No, it's beyond that, man. It's just stupid.
Yeah, but this is not sustainable. Everything they're talking about to me makes no sense. That they're going to repeat or not. We're in a situation where the game that we're in the midst of is not working. It's just not sustainable. You can't continue to get more and more data because there isn't more data. They've got most of the data. And then it's like a gold mine where, the first ore that you dig up is easy to find, but we're at the end stages where it's getting more and more difficult to get more data, and it's being corrupted by the AI data.
Yes.
So
yeah,
the AI data is garbage. What?
But they're the ones that control the internet. The government started the internet.
Right. So they control it, but the problem is it's becoming, there are limits to what it can do, but they're assuming it's limitless.
And they're controlling the data and they're controlling the AI.
Yeah, but the data that they're controlling is the data about us and how we'll behave. Yes. And how we have, right, but they've got most of that data. But
and they're surveilling us.
Yeah, right. So they're getting, but, after a while, they know that I go to a particular place to play tennis. So when I do that again and again and again, that's not new data.
How would they know you're playing tennis? Through a credit card?
They see it, credit card and GPS.
Well, don't use the credit card.
They watch your license plates.
Yeah, so I can't stop them. It doesn't matter.
You heard about
I don't care that they know what I'm doing because they've got that power.
You heard about the class action lawsuit against Home Depot? They were taking face recognition information and license plates and selling it from their parking lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there are limits to the corruption.
There's a lot of corruption.
Yeah, right. But just like cancer, once it destroys the body, there's nothing more it can do with that particular body. The body dies.
But the cancer came from the food that we're eating. Cancer.
Yes, but once the cancer has it and we die, the cancer loses the body on which it was feeding. So the cancer too dies.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying, is they're trying to do something that's going to kill them as well as us.
Yeah. And it's
killing us slowly.
And they're taking pure water to cool off the machines.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, it's just not sustainable.
I don't understand that. Why all the water in the world, all the extra water in the ocean, they can't use that. They got to use the clean, good water.
Because the ocean water is far away. The ocean water is far away.
They should use the sewer water.
Move the machines close to the water.
Bring it to the sewer stations by the sewer water.
We built it out on one of those container ships and sink it with drones.
Right. All right.
But you see, what's happening is that people are going to get more upset, and then it just doesn't make sense to me. That reel that you sent me, Steve, began to make some sense about SpaceX, because going to Mars sure didn't make sense.
Going to Mars is a waste of time.
Yeah, but what Steve sent me was this guy saying that what they're doing with SpaceX is not going to Mars. What they want to do is build 1 million low-level satellites they're
gonna have drones watching us, like that movie with that ball. What's that movie called? They used all the spaceships. They got that eye watching you all the time. World of Order or something. War of the World or something.
Walter, have you ever been able to control anybody besides yourself? If you can control yourself?
Yeah, I can control myself.
So you do everything you want. You're in total control? Well, you're a better man than me.
Why you say that?
Because I have some control over myself, but certainly not total. And the idea that they're building this giant system to control people, especially people who are pissed off.
Everything is by design, Barry. First, they
What-
want to control us with this COVID. They want to see how many people they could control. Now, this is the next step.
They've
See, they
already-
you
go
don't-
by steps.
You don't see that this is a bit nutso?
What's that again?
You don't see that these guys are like nuts?
Yeah, this is by steps.
No,
They're
not
doing-
steps, nuts, like crazy,
Freezing.
nutcases.
Yeah, they are nut cases.
Right. So what we need to do is build a new culture called Peacebrook.
Wally Brook.
So, all right, Steve, you
All right.
asked me to say something, so have a good night, everybody.
All right, guys, I gotta get
Good
out.
night. God, everybody. God bless everybody.
Hey,
Yes,
Tiny.
good night.
Good night, Ella.
Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Don't let the Matrix get you.
Yeah,
Cause it's coming.
yeah.
We gotta get on the other side of the Matrix, y'all.
Yep. Agreed. All right, guys. Have a good night.
All right.
All right.
Later, all.